Hey guys, what is going on? It is xckj here today. I wanted to bring to you guys a video about the new patch update. What is this patch even called? Jeez. Radiant Star update note. What are we on now? Like 3.2 or something? I'm sure I'll have the right thing on. This is not a good start for us here if I don't even know what the patch number is. But anyway, I wanted to just talk about what we are going to be seeing in the upcoming changes and all this kind of stuff. They pushed the update show to 3 p.m. It was supposed to be at 12, so I was going to do a show, or I was going to watch the show and then upload that watching the show, but since they delayed it and I got other things I have to do today, I just decided, all right, I'm just going to go through, look at the list of balance changes and everything like that, and then yeah, we'll just talk about the balance changes. And I've looked at some of the balance changes. I haven't looked at all of them. There's some stuff that I really like. First, what the heck are the developers trying to do right now? Not in a bad way. I realize saying what the heck are they trying to do? That could sound a little bit, yeah. But anyway, so their aim is to they pretty much want to make off tank stronger, and they want to make lifesteal not as strong as it was because they feel like it's meta defining, and they want to nerf IO and Luna. That's some things that they want to do. Another thing that I thought was really interesting: cost versus effectiveness dynamics of master riding and resilience. I thought this was just really interesting. You'll see what they are going to be doing. I'm sure that they're going to be talking about this for hours and hours on the update show. But anyway, the first thing that I wanted to look at, geez, guys, master riding goes up 50 gold, which doesn't seem like a lot, but then you think about it, and if you want to get master riding 3, that's an extra 150 gold for all to get master riding 3. So that's a decent amount of gold. I don't know if it's going to make it not a great item, but you just aren't going to be able to buy it as often, possibly. That's just an interesting thing. And then they bring down the price of resilience, making it easier to buy. I'm happy with the cost decrease of Resil, especially after the nerf. It's just so underwhelming. I feel like you really need Resil 3 in order to have it have a big effect. So having this resilience nerf, having the resilience buff is going to be great. So I do like that a lot. Now going down, they finally going on to the Frontline Champions. It's kind of weird how they did it. So there's the developers changes and then AOC changes. So first we're going to go over the developer changes. Ashe got her toggle between kinetic burst finally, so we're happy about that. Atlas got an interesting kind of buff. He got an increase in his damage, and during activation for Exile, you are now immune to crowd control effects. Decrease movement speed penalty from 40% to 0%, so you don't have a movement speed penalty anymore. And during Ultimate, you are immune to crowd control effects. Honestly, I like it. I think that you might be able to put him back in the meta, possibly. I don't know. Now, this is what I am super excited about. Fernando here. Increase ultimate charge rate by 20%. Let's go, dude. Any sort of buff to my man Fernando. I'm happy about it. And then we also have the Aegis. Reduce the cooldown of shield by an additional 2 seconds. This is something we should be looking at. I already think that this Fernando build could be strong for point tanks. This might help him be a little bit more of a point tank. Not really sure. He's just, I don't know. He just doesn't got that survivability to be a point tank. But this is the right direction, I think, to take him in, especially when you have Khan able to put up his shield and put down his shield and all that kind of stuff. Moving on to Khan, no surprise here. Vortex grip with the reduce additional stun duration from 2 seconds to 1.2 seconds, so it's a little bit shorter. It's much shorter, actually. Huge nerf. Storm Bullets probably will become the meta again, I would imagine, which is okay. I like Storm Bullets better than Vortex Grip anyway. In most scenarios, if my team has no CC, I'm playing Vortex Grip 100% of the time. Makoa got changes. I haven't actually read this rework yet. So Leviathan got a rework. Increase your ultimate charge rate by 15%. Wow, okay. And your maximum health by 500. Using Ancient Rage resets the cooldown of Dredge Anchor and Shell Spin. No way. Dude, that might be good. But then you lose half shell, but this might be it. This might be it, dude. I like that. All right. AOC, increase the range at which you deal full damage. Alright, that's awesome. Decrease the cooldown of Dredge Anchor by 1 whole second. Alright, that's pretty good. Shell Shield added a small grace period after activating in which it cannot be immediately cancelled. Alright, I guess people are canceling their Shell Shield. I don't know. Strong Arm. Reduce the cooldown of Dredge Anchor from... Oh, wow. So they just buffed the card that makes it... So usually I have it running at like 2 or something to give it a 1 second. Now it's going to be at 1.2. I guess that's big, right? Yeah, that's pretty huge. This is going to be interesting. Playing around with Leviathan Makoa. I think that'll be fun. He definitely feels a little bit weak in the damage department, so possibly running Leviathan might help with that. And with this cannon range, that might help a lot. I'm trying to go through this quick. There's so much stuff. I don't want this to go on for 20 minutes. For Rom, Subservience effects now go through walls. Okay. Interesting. Wait, so what does that look like? Subservience effects going through walls. Was it not going through walls before? I don't know. That's interesting. Not exactly sure what this means. Huh. Not sure. Torvald Gauntlet. Increase the range at which you deal full damage. Absolutely love it. Because he's kind of a backline, and this makes him so he can chill more in the back. Like, he's more of a backline support off tank. So this just helps him doing that. Now going on to the AOC changes. We got BK over here. Detonate. Reduce the damage done per sticky bomb from 900 to 850. Honestly, I support that 100%. I hate BK right now. It gets banned in almost every single one of my games. Increase your reload speed when you're using Royal Decree. Increase your reload speed by 5% for 3 seconds after using Detonate. No longer stacks. Increase reload speed. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's really interesting. So they made it so that you can't stack the Royal Decree card anymore, but they just made it reload faster. And then they gave him a 50 damage nerf. Is 50 really that much? Is that enough to make him not strong anymore? Probably not, right? He's probably still amazing. Yeah, he's 100% still amazing. I'm sure of it. Bloodline, old. Heal for 50 after using Grace. Generate one ammo. I wonder if this will be good. Generating ammo after using Grace. Probably not, right? Probably not. So are they just going to try to get rid of the self-sustain on all of the damages? Is that what their direction? No, because if they're going to do that, they would have gotten rid of the healing on BK. Makes no sense, did. Nobody even... I don't know. Seems like a nerf to me. Getting rid of the 50-50 heals? I don't know. Shaolin Shimmer. Reset the cooldown of withdraw after dropping below 50%. Reduce internal cooldown from 30 seconds to 15. Okay. I wonder what it was before that. Internal cooldown was 30 seconds. Now it's 15. I would be interested to know if they change anything else about this 15-15. If that was 30% originally. I guess it was 15. They had to make it 2 for 30%. Makes sense. Viktor, of course, they nerfed the lifesteal because it's just like so strong. But it was only by 2%. So. No, 3%. My math. No. 6, 7, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 3%, but it seems like 2%. I'm so confused, dude. Math bad hurts. I feel like 8 to 5% isn't that much, to be honest. But I guess it is when you're running it at 5, right? Just, oh my gosh, did you guys hear that thunder outside? I'm gonna die. Vivian, Runic Ammunition. Of course, they just nerfed the lifesteal by 1% there. Corvus, Entropic Breach. Increase the effectiveness of the slow by 33% to 45%. Okay, that's awesome. Slow now persists on leaving area for 0.5 seconds. Oh, cool. I like that change. That's a cool change. Nothing like game breaking, but just a nice little change. Now, Gerak. This is what I was so happy about. So I like skipped a bunch. I looked at some of these. Whenever I see Gerak changes, I have to look at them immediately. There's a lot to digest here. So, do you guys hear that thunder outside? That's insane. Okay. First, they change around the healing totems. Increase the rate of healing at base for once every 0.2 seconds, and now instead of 0.2 seconds, it's 0.15 seconds. And then decrease heal tick from 60 to 45. So basically, you're ticking more, but for less, if that makes sense. So it doesn't change the amount of healing. That's one of the notes that they wanted to say. It doesn't change the amount of healing that he does overall, but it just makes it tick faster. So it's just a little interesting change. Increase the base health of totems by 250 health. Always nice to get a nice little buff from my boy. Totemic Ward. Increase the healing percentage from 20% to 30%. That's going to be huge, guys. Spirit's Domain. Increase the healing per second from 600 to 700. Another huge buff. And Monolith Totem. Increase the health of Healing Totem by 100. And increase added health by 100 to 150. So it just got a little 50 buff, which is going to be big if you're running it on anything big. But I doubt that anybody's even going to be playing this. So this change really doesn't even matter at all. Since you guys... What the heck? My power might go out. Imagine that I wouldn't be able to load at all. That would stink. If you're watching this and my power didn't go out, I guess. Increase the base health. So since you got this 1,250... totem instead of 1,000 health, probably nobody's gonna be running Monolith Totem. The blue orc is someone we care about. Yeah, I mean, so these changes are gonna be nice. I'm excited to see what happens with Gerak. I hope that Spirit's Domain just becomes meta. I would love to see that. I think Gerak takes a lot of... He's a skillful champion. He's a fun champion to play as well. Io, she got Guardian Spirit, reduce the base health from 4,000 to 3,000. Nice. Luna is now able to be cauterized. Huge. But this might be changed also by the time that they roll out with the actual changes. Not on the test server, on the actual servers. So we'll see if this makes it through. Feral Strength, increase Luna's health by 200, and then they buffed it. So since she got the 1,000 health nerf, if you want to make Luna still a beefy... if you want to make Luna beefy, you can now do this card. It's got a 25 extra health. A nice little change. Swift Arrows. Increase allies' movement speed by 8%. They nerfed this down to 6%, so 2% nerf. See, that's a 2% nerf, so it was a 5% nerf on Viktor earlier. For Maldamba, Mending Spirits, increase the health every second from 315 to 325. It's not a huge change. It's not going to be impactful to anything. Spirit's Chosen, increase initial health from 220 to 250. So it's just like an overall health change for Mending Spirits. Whether it's going to really do all that much, maybe. But it's for when you're playing Spirit's Chosen, of course. I'm not sure if it's really going to change Damba. He's already in the meta, kind of. Like, people play him a lot, so this is a little bit of a good direction for him to go. Because I think he's a little bit weak right now, in my personal opinion, even though I see people play him all the time. Pip. Combat Medic, pretty much, if you hit yourself apply that knockback and stuff like that, when they're doing those little, like, bunny hop knockback things, you don't take damage anymore if you're playing Combat Medic. Cool little thing. Kind of never made sense why it would injure you, but heal your teammates. Never really made that much sense. So, yeah, nice little change. Ceres, Mortal Reach, old. Increase the range of Restore Soul by 300% and its duration by 1 second. New, increase the range at Restore Soul by 300% and its rate at which it heals by 10%. That's crazy, guys. That is insane. So... the rate at which it heals by 10%. I would be interested to know how much faster it's really going to feel. I feel like 10% is a lot. I feel like that's a lot. Because that means that it still is going to be... It's just going to be faster heals. It's going to be good. I think Ceres might become meta, depending on how much... I'm not exactly sure how much 10% is going to feel like, but she might be meta after this. Increase the range at which Restore Soul can target allies by 4, and they just buff that to 6/6, so 2% buff to Soul Forge. Honestly, that's great. Or if you're into a Ceres buff, then you're happy about this. A lot of buffs lately. Buck moving on to the flanks, Buck got a nerf. Reduce the initial heal from 600 to 400 on bulk up. Momentum. Reduce your damage taken by 6 for 4 seconds after using Heroic Leap. Reduce the effectiveness of this damage reduction from 6% to 5%. So, I mean, most people are running it on like 5 already now. If you're running it on 5, I guess it's like a 5% decrease. I don't know if it's really going to change that much, to be honest. But I think bulk up getting nerfed is going to be pretty big. Because Bounce House isn't the one that's broken. Bulk up is the one that's broken right now. Like, super, super strong. And it's really annoying to play against. It's not fun to play against for a lot of people. So, yeah, I think that this is a good direction to go in with them. And also, it was a little bit of a nerf to Bounce House since they did hit momentum as well. So, I think it's a good direction to go. Lex got huge stuff going on. Increase for Discovery. Increase the damage you deal to your Retribution target by 30% and reduce the cooldown of Retribution by 15 seconds. So, let's think about this. Increase. I wonder what that's. Remove the cooldown reduction. Oh! I was like trying to think. I was like, wait a minute, what did they change? And I remember they put it below. They make some of the most confusing patch notes sometimes. That's interesting. Decrease. Oh, I see what they did. Okay. Interesting. So pretty much, instead of doing that, they just made Retribution 6-second less cooldown. So it's on a 24-second cooldown instead of the 30 seconds it was on before. So instead of having a 15-second. Interesting. Lex might be. I want to try a new Lex build of like. I want to try. Yeah, I want to try. What's that one where the slide, combat slide or whatever? The one where you take less damage while you're sliding? I want to try that one. Might be interesting with Retribution being kind of buffed overall, but just Discovery being nerfed. Moji, Familiar Spirit. Increase the base health from 100 to... Increase base damage from 100 to 300. Decrease the rate of fire from 0.6 to 0.7. I don't know. Is that really going to change all that much? Maybe it might change a lot. I think it's just going to be stronger overall. I think it was a buff. Familiar Spray. Decrease the range by 60 units. Oh, I see. So you can't, like, spam it? Alright. I think it's a buff, to be honest. I really do, because you're going to be hitting shields and stuff like that. Decrease the range from 60 to 50 units. Decrease damage per hit from 50 to 30. Okay. Yeah, he got nerfed. She got nerfed, sorry. Increase the healing you receive when below 50% health. So that got decreased as well. Alright. Gain 8%. They nerfed lifesteal. Wow, just getting hit all over the place. But did get increased health while using Magic Barrier if you're running Cozy. Wow, nerfs all around. Greater Good got nerfed. Cozy got buffed. Symbiotic got nerfed. Familiar Spray got nerfed. And for Familiar Spit, I was saying Spirits. It was Spit to get buffed. It doesn't really matter because you're still just going to be proccing off this Familiar Spray. Moji nerfs overall. That's interesting. Talus, which Talus is weird. They have a hard time balancing Talus since that he's really strong on consoles and really weak on PC. So I'm interested to see what they do to him. Vera Charge. Increase the rate of fire from 10 seconds to 11 seconds. Okay. Interesting. Reduce the effectiveness of added rate of fire from 33% to 25%. Yeah, I could see them doing that. So nerfs overall. Reduce your damage taken by, 40. Decrease effectiveness of damage reduction. Okay, so they decreased guts by 1%. Like I said, I don't think it really changes that much. And they nerf primitive might, or primeval might, however the heck you say that. They nerfed it by 3%. That's crazy. That's a lot. Interesting. So they really are trying to get rid of lifesteal, but they kept BK's lifesteal on, or his bomb explosion heals. That's weird. That's weird that they did that. Wow. Guys, that was a lot of changes. That was a lot of change. That was 20 minutes of me just reading patch notes. Wow. Well, thank you guys if you watched all the way to the end. If you did watch all the way to the end, thank you guys a lot. Hopefully you guys were able to follow along and stuff. Who am I excited about? I'm excited for the little Ash quality of life change. I'm excited for Fernando buffs. I'm happy they nerfed Khan because now I don't have to ban it every single game. This Makoa is going to be super interesting to play, being, off tank man. I'm just looking at all this stuff like, yeah, interesting. I'm confused by the subservience effects now go through walls. I thought it already did. Torvald got an interesting change. Maybe people should start playing him again. Maybe I should start playing him again. He's kind of forgotten right now. Maybe I'll make a video about him. I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably make a video about him soon. BK, happy he got nerfed. Leon, really confused about her changes. Don't know why. Shaolin, confused about his changes. I mean, I guess, I don't know why they had to touch him. Victor, happy about nerfs. Vivian, happy about nerfs. Corvus, think that's a good direction to take Corvus in. Gerak, happy about that. IO, happy about these changes right here. Damba, I mean, any buffs that you give Damba, I'll take. Pip, yep, good quality of life. Saris, yeah, hopefully she's not meta, because that would just be so annoying if everybody's playing Saris. As far as flanks, Buck nerfs, happy about that. Lex, this is going to be really interesting. Moji, this is, yeah, nerfs overall. Happy to nerf Moji. And then the Talus changes. I mean, I really don't care about Talus. If they want to nerf him, they want to buff him. I don't see him in hardly any of my games. And then they went through a bunch of other stuff, which we will be talking about at another time. Thank you guys so much for watching to the end. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I will be trying to keep you guys up to date on all the stuff that is going on. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.